Excellent. Let's begin the bilingual historical story of the British Elizabeth II. First new penny, 1971. Full of mystery, royal elegance, and hidden value. Today we are going to talk about the British Elizabeth II. First new penny, 1971 coin. Who knows? This coin video might make you rich one day. So don't miss this coins video. So friends, make sure to watch this video till the end. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our upcoming coin history videos and updates. In the early 1970s, the United Kingdom stood at the edge of a great monetary transformation. The world was changing rapidly. Technology, trade, and empire itself were evolving. But one of the most symbolic changes came not from politics or war, but from something small, round, and shining in the palm of your hand, the one new penny coin of 1971. This coin marked the dawn of decimalization, the grand switch from the ancient British currency system of pounds, shillings, and pence to the simpler, modern decimal system. Before 1971, a British pound was divided into 240 pence. After decimalization, it became 100 new pence, a system easier for trade, math, and modernization. At the heart of this change stood Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait would shine proudly on every coin. But the question remains, why did Britain need a new penny? For over 1,000 years, British currency had followed traditional divisions inherited from the medieval age. By the 20th century, global trade was booming, and British businesses found the old system confusing when dealing internationally. The government realized that to compete in a modern global economy, Britain needed a decimal currency system, just like the United States and Europe already had. And so, in 1971, the Royal Mint unveiled a new family of coins. The one new penny was among them, a coin symbolizing modernization, unity, and a bridge between tradition and progress. The obverse, front, of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, one of Britain's most respected sculptors. Machin's design captures Elizabeth II in her youthful grace, wearing the girls of Great Britain, and Ireland tiara, a royal jewel gifted to her as a wedding present in 1947. This was not just a portrait. It was a statement of elegance and stability during a time of change. The legend around the edge reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1971, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Every letter, every curve, was carefully engraved, a symbol of monarchy, faith, and national identity. Now let's flip the coin. The reverse side displays a design that has its roots deep in British history. The crowned portcullis, a castle gate with chains, topped with the royal crown. This design was created by Christopher Ironside, an artist famous for blending simplicity with symbolism. The portcullis had long been a heraldic emblem of the Palace of Westminster, the heart of British democracy. It also represented protection, stability, and the strength of the nation. Around the edge of the design are the words, New Penny, and below it the number 1, signifying its denomination. It was a perfect union, monarchy on the front, democracy on the back. Power and people, past and future. The one new penny 1971 was minted by the Royal Mint, which at that time had recently moved from Tower Hill in London to a brand new facility in Llantrisant, Wales. A modern mint for a modern nation. The coin was made of bronze, a mix of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. It had a diameter of 20.32 milliliter and weighed 3.56 grams. Over 1.5 billion coins were produced in 1971, a massive number to replace the old currency across the United Kingdom. But what many people didn't know was that the earliest batches of these coins were also sent to British colonies and territories, making the one new penny one of the first globally circulated coins of the new decimal system. To hold this coin was to hold a piece of transformation. It symbolized Britain's step from the shadow of empire into the light of global modernity. The Queen's youthful image reminded citizens of continuity, a stable monarchy in changing times, while the crowned portcullis represented the enduring strength of British democracy. But there's more. The phrase new penny would only appear until 1981. After that, the coin's inscription was changed to simply 1 penny. This made the early 1971 to 1981 new penny coins especially treasured by collectors, as they represent the first decade of decimalization. When the 1 new penny entered circulation in February 1971, it became a symbol of a brand new beginning. Shops across Britain displayed dual pricing, both in the old and new currency, so people could adjust to decimalization. At first, the new coins were met with curiosity and even a little suspicion. Older citizens complained, saying, "This new penny feels lighter, not like the old money we trusted." Yet, within months, the coin became a familiar sight. Children collected them in jars, bus drivers jingled them in metal boxes, and market traders filled their aprons with their bronze glow. The coin was humble, yet royal, common, yet historical. Arnold Machine's portrait of Queen Elizabeth II was one of the most beloved designs in modern coinage. His portrayal, showing the Queen wearing her elegant tiara, remained on British coins for nearly 2 decades. But in 1985, it was replaced with a more mature portrait by Raphael Makhlouf. This change gave the 1971 Machine portrait penny additional historical value, the first face of the decimal queen. For collectors, that distinction makes all the difference. Now, let's talk about money, the collector's kind. The 1971 1 new penny coin was produced in very large quantities, so in circulation, its value is generally small. However, the true magic lies in its condition, rarity, and minting errors. Here's a breakdown as of 2025 international market trends. Circulated, common, $50, $200 uncirculated, mint, $300, $10,000 proof set, collector edition, $25,000, $600,000 found in official Royal Mint sets error coin, misstruck or blank edge, $8 million extremely rare, high collector demand. Among collectors, whispers spread of certain error coins from 1971, pieces that somehow slipped through the minting process with unusual flaws. Some coins were double-struck, meaning the design was stamped twice. Others had off-center images, incomplete lettering, or no date marks at all. A few rare versions even displayed a missing portcullis chain, an error that occurred when dies, stamps, were worn out. Such coins, though few in number, have sold for thousands of dollars in global auctions. Collectors from Britain, the United States, and even Asia eagerly hunt for these small mistakes. Because in the world of numismatics, coin collecting, a flaw can make perfection priceless. After 1971, the Royal Mint began exporting its coins and minting designs for other nations too. Because of this, the 1 new penny became a sort of prototype, the model of modern minting precision. Several Commonwealth countries, such as New Zealand, Australia, and Hong Kong, adopted similar design and material inspirations in their own coins during the 1970s. Even today, the 1971 1 new penny remains an example used in coin design lectures worldwide, a symbol of how art, history, and economics can live together in a circle of metal. In 1990, a British schoolboy named Oliver Hughes found a shiny, almost untouched 1 new penny while digging in his grandmother's garden. It turned out to be a proof version, accidentally released into circulation. He sold it 30 years later for over $8 million to a collector in Canada. Such stories show how even the simplest coin can become a family's hidden treasure, waiting for history to find it again. The what new penny wasn't just money, it was identity. In the 1970s, British magazines, songs, and television often mentioned the new penny as a symbol of change, a metaphor for the modern British spirit. It represented an era of youth, rebirth, and modernization, much like Queen Elizabeth II herself, who had ascended the throne young and led the nation into a new world. Even after it stopped being called new in 1981, people continued to use that name lovingly for years. In 1982, the word new was officially dropped from all coins. From that year onward, the coin's inscription simply read, 1 penny. That means the 1971-1981 issues were unique. They belonged to a brief 10-year window in British history. Today, collectors call this period the New Penny Era. Many see these coins as not just currency, but as time capsules, holding within them the story of Britain's transformation from empire to modern democracy. Experts believe that pristine 1971 one new penny coins, especially proof or error varieties, will continue to rise in value. As older collectors pass on their treasures, demand among younger numismatists, especially in Asia and the Middle East, is increasing rapidly. By 2040, it is estimated that certain varieties could reach millions of dollars or more in international auctions, particularly if tied to unique minting defects or royal mint certification. The 1971 one new penny stands as a silent witness to one of Britain's most ambitious transitions. It carries the face of a queen who ruled through change and the emblem of a nation that blended tradition with progress. It was made of bronze, but it holds the weight of an era. For collectors, historians, and dreamers alike, this coin whispers, "I was small, but I mattered."